And lads, you build this mindset, you will get consistent and you will get jacked. As people fail these days, they give up on themselves so easily. They self-sabotage, shoot themselves in the foot, you know, before they even start the race. And why, lads, it's a mindset problem. Do you know what I mean? In this day and age, everyone wants everything so quick. You know, abs in 1 week, 2 weeks. Do you know what I mean? Be able to eat everything they want, you know, without having any discipline, without like tracking like anything at all. Once you get a hold of things, then yeah, you can be more free flowing. But people are just not willing to do what it takes. Do you know what I mean? Always got a BS excuse why they can't do something. You know, they're like, oh, I can't do this, I don't have enough time, can't do that, blah, blah, blah. But then they waste time in other areas, just sitting on their phones or watching TV or just doing BS things. Do you know what I mean? Wasting time. You know, it's not until you actually look in the mirror, take a strong look at yourself, you realize how much you're actually BSing yourself. You know, people say like, oh, I've cut down on carbs and I still, you know, can't lose weight. Well, yeah, because you're eating loads of calories elsewhere. Lads, when you actually think of it and you actually get like clued up on this, it's not that hard. That's why like today's society and the mindset of today's society with the instant gratification, with the social medias and just wanting food and wanting everything so quick, everything accessible, available, you know, the age of information, you get everything so quick, you know, distractions everywhere. It does make it harder to focus and stay the course and stay committed, no matter what you're doing, especially on the fitness journey. When that chocolate bar is in your cupboard, it's so easy just to go for it. Go for that donut, go for the crisps, the chips, the cake, whatever you like eating. But lads, the things when people want to gain muscle, get jacked, you know, ripped up, whatever it is. Lads, it's not just physical, there's a proper mindset that comes with it. You know, a jacked mindset, you know. And what do I mean by that? You not only want to go in the gym and be all physical and get jacked, you know, push for the next rep, the next set, you have to be clued up, do you know what I mean? And I say jacked mindset because, you know, as we want to build muscle and get jacked, you know, physically, we also want to do that mentally as well, with knowledge, do you know what I mean? Knowledge of what? Well, protein levels, you know, increasing your protein levels, your calories, knowing how much you have to eat a day to actually, you know, gain weight, gain that muscle. What else? Knowing sleep's important, hydration is important, like a routine, a gym routine, fitness routine, you know, that you have to stay consistent to each week. You know, you've got to have this knowledge and actually take action on this. That's why I say you have to change the mindset, get that jacked mindset as well as trying to build that jacked body. They go together. It's mind and body. It's not just physical. It's not just physical. It's not just mental. It's both, okay? You combine them both and you can get like an unstoppable mindset, especially when you stick to it then. You stick to your schedule, no matter what schedule that is. You know, trying to build muscle and get jacked. You could do 3 days a week, 4 days a week, 5 days a week, you know, of weightlifting, resistance training, progressive overload in the gym, doing more weight than you did last time, more sets, more reps, whatever it is, challenging your body. Your body won't transform, okay, if you don't challenge yourself. What's the point in going into the gym being like, oh yes, I've turned up, getting after lads on social media, telling the whole world, when you're not even pushing yourself, you're sitting down, still doing 10 reps. You did 10 reps last week, but what are you doing, man? You need to push yourself, you know, bring the intensity, you know, bring that frequency, bring the fire, do you know what I mean? You're in there with a purpose and intention. You've got a goal in mind. And you keep that goal in mind every time you show up, especially when you're by yourself, you know, to motivate yourself, get after it. Remember your why. That's with like the jacked mindset as well. Why are you doing this thing? Why do you want to build muscle, get jacked? Everyone has different reasons, okay? One of mine was when I looked in the mirror, I had no confidence. I didn't like the way my body looked. It looked like one of those squares bars. Rice Krispie square bars. By the way, those are absolutely insane. They're so nice. Give you a massive pump as well. But my body looked like a block, okay? I didn't like what I saw when I looked in the mirror, so I gets to the point when enough's enough and something needed to change. And that's why my mindset was like, tell me stop BSing yourself and do something about it, because no one else is going to do it for you. You know, I could point the finger at everyone else, you know, oh, I can't do this, I can't be like that person, because of this, that, the other. There's 3 fingers pointing back at yourself, you know. Take a look at yourself, your reflection in the mirror. You know, and it starts hitting you. That's painful and difficult to realize you've just been BSing yourself. Do you know what I mean? A lot of people don't want to stare themselves down in the mirror, because then, you know, you start to steal your insecurities, vulnerabilities. You know, it's a painful thing. They avoid it, they push it away. But lads, if you just face it, you know, face the fire, face the demons, face the inadequacy, you realize when you start taking action, you know, on those things, improving yourself, they're not so bad. And over time, as you adapt, learn, grow, get more competent, you get more confidence, you're like, that's not even a weak point anymore. Do you know what I mean? One day you look in the mirror, you're like, yeah, this hard work's paid off. I stuck to my protein levels, my calories, my sleep, my progress in the gym. You kept turning up, even if you couldn't be bothered, you know what I mean? You can feel down one day, you can feel sad, you can feel happy, overwhelmed, do you know what I mean? You've had a long day. But if you keep showing up anyway, and you build that discipline, more like that stoic mindset, jacked mindset, do you know what I mean? You build that mindset, you become unstoppable. And that carries over into other areas of life as well, because you bring that same discipline, the traits of discipline you've built up, you know, confidence in yourself, you know, to overcome challenge, not only in the gym arena, but at other theaters of life as well, no matter what that is, whatever career you want to go to, whatever opportunities you want to look to get into, you know, you face the fear, you know, the rejection, which is inevitable, lads. Rejection is inevitable in life. Just got to face it head on, okay? The first rejection, always the worst, stings, it's painful, feels personal, okay? Let's be honest. Get that one out the way, it's not so bad. And then you keep moving forward. Like dating context, for example, that first one really stings, isn't it? You're like, oh, the person doesn't like you. But lads, you don't like everyone in this world, do you know what I mean? Why does it matter? There's so many people in this world. If they don't like you, it is what it is. You don't like some people, you know. Are they going to get super offended because you don't like them? That's their problem. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, all you can do is what you can do. And all you can do is your best. And if your best isn't good enough, try and get better. Do you know what I mean? So lads, at the end of the day, there's going to be two types of people. The person that, you know, gives up so fast on themselves, doesn't even try, doesn't even bother, makes excuses, doesn't even push themselves in the gym, then whines and complains on Reddit or whatever. I can't gain weight, blah, blah, blah. I'm doing everything right. Well, mate, you're obviously not. You know, everyone can have different insertions, different genetics, or, you know, different genetics with what grows faster, their chest, shoulders, back, whatever, strong points. But if you're not doing the simple things on a day-to-day basis and not staying consistent, and then you're whining saying you're doing everything correct and you're not gaining muscle, like, honestly, you're just BSing yourself and you're doing something wrong. If you're progressing in the gym on your lifts, if you're hitting calories, hitting protein levels, getting like adequate sleep, you know, and getting enough hydration, like, how can't you get results or some sort of results over time? I'm not saying you're gonna look like Chris Bumstead or whatever, or any like super freaky dude, not that you want to anyway, but just like that super aesthetic look. As long as you're better than what you were 3 months ago, a year ago, do you know what I mean? They're just a better version of yourself. Then that's all that matters. You know, then your confidence will go up, then your self-esteem will go up. You've transformed. It's like rising the phoenix, you know, you have to go through a death before you go through a rebirth, you know. It gets worse before it gets better. That pain in the gym and the pain of constantly showing up when you are a bit tired, this, that, the other. But then over time you transform, you look back into the mirror, guess what? It's a different person looking back at you now. Do you know what I mean? Not just mentally, but physically, okay? It's mind and body, lads. You know, you build that jacked mindset, you build the jacked body as well. Lads, I hope that makes sense, and this really worked for me, you know, and I know it can work for a lot of you as well. You just got to know what you're doing and just stay consistent. Honestly, it's just the boring things on a day-to-day basis that you basically have to just keep doing. Do you know what I mean? That's what people don't see. People just see the end result. Oh, wow, this person's got that crazy physique. They don't see the amount of time they've, you know, the effort they've put into it, all the different things. Maybe they track those different things, but they constantly showed up, pushed themselves to get better. They just want the end result, you know. They don't want to wake up in the early mornings when it's pissing down with rain, or go after work, you know, when you really can't be bothered, but you still did it anyway. They just want the end result. They don't see the time in the arena, you know, the blood, sweat and tears, you know what I mean? So lads, as long as you just know what you're doing and you stay consistent, you're going to get some form of results. You're going to be better than what you were, okay? I've done it and you could do it. That being said, if you enjoyed this video and want to watch another one, I'm sure I'll enjoy it. You got this.